Hello, and thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Kayla, and behind me I have Alex, and this is a 60-minute yin restorative yoga class. And throughout class today, Alex will be playing some ambient sound to carry us through practice. So thank you so much for watching this video. And just a few things to note before we get started in practice. This practice throughout the hour, I'll be using mostly my words to describe the pose or the instruction for the pose. So there'll be a few key moments in class where I'll be demoing, but most of the instruction will be done with words and description. What you'll need for class this evening, or today, I'll be cueing a certain number of poses. I'll encourage a blanket or and a bolster. If you don't have a bolster at home, you can easily use a pillow. A blanket would also support the body in a similar way. And a few times I might make reference to a block. And if you don't have a block, it's not necessary. You can, again, use something like a pillow or a blanket to support. If you're new to the practice of yin and restorative yoga, we'll be holding the poses for a longer period of time, and the poses are intended to be deeply relaxing and restoring for the body. So if something doesn't feel right, certainly back out of it, respect the limits of your body. There shouldn't be any pain or anything that feels uncomfortable, and if that is the case for you, I would encourage you to back out into respect or reset your body and find another pose that feels more enjoyable for you. Just one other thing here. So we will be focusing tonight on the area of the heart and the lungs, and the poses will be targeting those areas of the body. And then at the end, we'll be focusing throughout class and towards the end on poses that are grounding and kind of settling for any feelings of anxiousness or restlessness in the mind. And finally here, if something feels really nice, if you'd like to linger in a pose, don't feel the need to keep up or keep along. Certainly linger there and take your time in any pose that you're really kind of falling into, and feel free to linger and stay there as long as you'd like. So there's no need to keep up. So I think with that, we can get started, and we'll start lying all the way down. So you'll lie all the way onto the back and outstretch your arms, outstretch your legs. If you'd like to support the head with a blanket or a pillow, you can also support the back of the legs behind the knees with a blanket or a pillow as well. Just find yourself in a comfortable position with the legs long and the arms long alongside the body. So as you arrive on your back, begin to find ease across the entire body. So relax the legs, the ankles, the feet might turn open slightly. Relax the palms of the hands, the fingers. See if you can relax the belly, so no holding in the abdomen. And take a moment here to tuck the shoulder blades down underneath the back. So by tucking the shoulder blades underneath you, you'll find more length in the neck. And as we bring our attention to the upper body, the head, the eyes, relax the center of your forehead. Let there be heaviness in your jaw, so you might bring the tongue behind the front teeth Just relax the jaw, relax the mouth. Allow there to be across the entire area of your body a quality of heaviness. So imagine that your body is sinking into the surface, the ground underneath you. For another moment here, just allow yourself to be. So the lungs, the place in the body from where we breathe. Not only do the lungs carry breath into our bodies, but it is the place in us where emotion is stored. Emotions specifically like grief, sadness, emotional heaviness, especially as adults, we hold so much in this part of our body. And as we breathe, we bring in oxygen to all parts of us. And whatever resides in this part of our body, the lungs, is carried into all parts of our fingers, our bodies, all parts of us. So they carry whatever mood or sentiment we store there. So first, whatever you're carrying with you, whatever you bring with you in this practice, allow it. This first breathing exercise, we'll be breathing into our lungs fully, holding energy, breath in the lungs as a reminder of how impressionable, delicate, and pliable this part of our body is. So lying here, just allow the breath, whatever breath you're on, to fully exhale from the body. So breathe all the way out. And we'll start by breathing into 50% of our capacity. So breathing in about halfway through the nose, filling up the chest, the abdomen, breathing in, pausing at the top. So hold the breath and slowly open the mouth and exhale. So let all of the exhale, all of the breath out of the body. Feel the body sink, the abdomen deflate, the chest deflate. We'll work up to around 70% of our lung capacity on the next breath. So breathe all the way out if you haven't already. And bring a full breath in through the nose. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the abdomen. Fill up and pause at the top. Hold the breath in. Feel the energy, the breath inflating the body. Pause here. On the exhale, when you're ready, open your mouth, breathe all the way out. Let your body sink. One more time, as full as you can, so working towards your fullest breath. Breathe all the way out if you haven't already, and then breathe all the way in through the nose. Fill up the chest, fill up the front body, the back ribs. Breathe in as deep as you can and pause at the top. And when you're ready, open the mouth, breathe all the way out, let your body sink back into the ground. From here, just resume your natural breath, so there's no need to control or restrict. Just allow your belly, your chest to rise and fall. For a few more moments here, perhaps you can just perch your attention onto the simplicity, the quiet rhythm of your breath. From here, if you have a prop or a blanket, anything underneath the body, just remove that from underneath you and place it off to the side. Reach the arms overhead, so up above you towards the back edge of your mat, and the legs will remain long, outstretched towards the opposite end. Just totally lengthening the body from fingertips to toes. Start to walk the upper body over to the right, so the right hand might take hold of the left wrist. The lower body, the legs will follow, so starting to walk both legs over to the right lower corner of your mat. You'll begin to find your way into making a crescent shape with the body. So the left side of the body will be stretched long. Allow the head to fall into the right shoulder. And again, see if you can encourage a quality of heaviness in the upper body and the lower body. Especially on the left side, see if you can breathe in length and deeper space into the area of the left lung, just expanding and collapsing with new breath into that side of the body. Slowly start to walk the lower body, the upper body back to center. All the way back onto your mat, you're creating one long line from fingertips to toes. And in a supportive way, begin to hug the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, or take hold of the knees with hands. Let the weight of your lower body fall into the belly, fall into the chest as if you are curling up into yourself. From here, keeping the back body on the mat, drop the knees to the right. So we're coming into a reclined twist shape. The arms can open up into a T position with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Just allow the knees falling over to the right side. Allow that just weight to kind of pull you, creating a slight rotation as if you were just kind of settling over to the right side in the lower body. Allow the belly to relax. Ask yourself, what areas of your body, of yourself, are you carrying tension in, and how could you softly encourage those areas to release, to let go, to soften? Slowly bring the knees back over the body, hugging them into the chest. When you're ready, stretch the arms overhead, the legs long, taking a full body stretch. Maybe taking one full breath in and one full breath out. Hold of the right wrist. Start to walk the upper body over to the left side. lower body will follow. So both legs, both feet walk to the lower left corner of your mat. Again, creating the crescent shape on the opposite side now, breathing space into the right side body, the right lungs. Let the head kind of fall into the left shoulder. Relax the face. For a few more moments here, spend a little time noticing the quality of your breath. If it's short or kind of staggered in its length, if it feels tight or heavy, hazy, just notice the qualities. And see if you can encourage a little bit more length in each breath, a little bit more softness. Ease in the lungs. Walk the upper body slowly back to center. The lower body will follow. Hug the knees into the chest, taking hold of either the shins or the knees behind the thighs, whatever's comfortable for you. Hug the body into itself. And then when you're ready, legs will drape over to the left. So knees can kind of stagger or they can be stacked on top of one another. They'll come into a reclined twist position. The arms can open up into a T shape, the palms facing up. And despite the slight twisting or rotation in your abdomen, just allow the belly to relax. Slowly begin to bring the knees back to center, hugging them into the body one more time, just curling inwards toward yourself. From here, we'll begin to make our way up to a seated position as we make our way into the next posture. So we'll be coming onto the belly. So the legs will lay long behind you, and the arms will come into a shape of the arms that's kind of like a number 11. So you'll place the palms on the mat, and the legs will outstretch long behind you. You'll lay all the way down, and the elbows will come right underneath the shoulders. So the elbows right underneath you, supporting the upper body, lifting the collarbones, lifting the heart. Palms will be flat on the mat. As you make your way into Sphinx pose, just relax the legs. So there's no need to hold in the legs or in the glutes at all. Just relax the lower body. And here, if you have a pillow or you have a block, you can choose to support the head. So you'll find your forehead placed on a block or a prop underneath you. There's also the option that you can just let the upper body, the head, hang forward if it's comfortable and safe on your neck. So if you were to drop the forehead forward, you just allow the weight of the upper body to sink into the shoulders and drop the head all the way forward, all the way down. Just allowing the structure, the shape of this pose to hold your body. Oftentimes we think of our bodies holding a yourself up and off of the mat, coming into child's pose. So the knees will separate, the feet and the heels will come together. And if you do have a blanket or a prop, a pillow, that can be really nice in between the legs for this pose. So if you'd like to use it, you'll place it in between the legs. Just allow the upper body to fall forward, and the arms, the fingers will reach towards the front of the space. So you'll just lie the belly onto anything underneath you, and if you don't want to use a prop, then just find yourself walking your fingers forward. Allow the forehead to make contact with something. So if the head is floating, just allow yourself to find either a block or something to support the forehead. The hips will sink towards the heels, so allow the weight of the lower body to fall backwards as the upper body gently stretches forward. You might feel the back ribs fill with breath, the abdomen breathing into the legs or something underneath you. Just allow yourself to settle here. So if your arms are stretched forward, slowly starting to walk them back towards the body, rising up, removing any props, any support off to the side of your mat. The next pose that we'll be coming into is heart melting pose. So it's quite similar to child's pose. You'll have your knees underneath your hips, and the hips will stay off of the heels. So you'll start to walk your fingertips forward, and the hips will remain up, and the fingertips will walk towards the front of your mat. So the idea here is that you'll start to lengthen the front body, and the heart will melt towards the mat. And again, you can rest the chin on, or the forehead on, a blanket or a pillow to support. Kind of allow the sternum, allow the heart, the lungs to melt and open towards the ground. This pose is certainly a deep opening front body posture or pose. So if you need to come out of it when you need to. If you're staying here for a few more moments, just breathe in to the front body, to the heart, the lungs. See if you can breathe in lightness. Uplifting or open energy into this part of the body. One more full breath in and full breath out. Just a quiet inhale, an easy, soft exhale. And when you're ready, you'll start to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders, coming into child's pose. This time finding your arms stretched behind you, palms facing up, and the knees close together, touching one another, the legs together. And again, allow the forehead to fall all the way down onto the mat or a surface, a prop. Allow the back body to expand open. Allow the shoulders to roll forward. When you're ready, slowly start to walk the upper body upright, slowly rolling up to a seated position. The next pose will be coming onto the sides of our hips, so using a pillow or a bolster if you have one, a blanket. It will come to meet the end of the prop will come to meet the hips, so the knees will come to one side of the prop, whatever you're using at home, and you'll start to find both knees over to one side. It doesn't matter which side you start on, we'll be doing both. And then once you're ready, start to walk the fingertips down, and you'll relax the front body onto the prop, and the head will come to one side, just relaxing, letting go. Letting the upper body be held by whatever is underneath you. When you're ready, slowly start to lift the upper body, walking the hands back towards you, just lifting upright. We're simply going to come over onto the other side. So keeping whatever you had underneath you, just the same placement that it is, you'll take your knees to the other side and start to orient your chest over, just aligned with whatever you have set up underneath you. And then when you're ready, starting to walk the fingers forward, start to lie the chest, the belly onto the prop, and then finally turning the head to one side. walk the hands, the fingers back towards the body, lifting yourself up off of the prop, off of whatever is underneath you. And we'll begin to come into the next and final posture, which is fish pose. So again, we'll use a blanket, a pillow, whatever you're using at home. Bring that prop onto the mat, and you'll turn so that your tailbone is meeting the end of your prop, and the legs will outstretch all the way, if that's comfortable. If you have any tension in the back, you'll keep the legs bent. And start to lie the body back over whatever is underneath you and outstretch the arms, palms facing up. Again, legs can be long if it's safe and comfortable on your low back, or they can be bent, knees falling together if it's more supportive for the spine. Just begin to find your way into a position that's supportive and comfortable. Once you find yourself there, allow your shoulders to fall back, open the chest, open the area of the front body. As you lie here, see if you can encourage uplifted, open energy. Just kind of breathing lightness into the front of your heart. You'll slowly start to roll to one side, remove the prop, the blanket, whatever's underneath you. Just place it off to the side. We'll start to come into our final kind of resting shape, which is just lying the body long on the mat like we started class. Again, you can use a blanket or a pillow to support any area of the body. The back of the head, behind the knees. Begin to find your way into a position that's supported and comfortable for your body. Let everything go, so let the weight of your body again sink into the ground, into the surface underneath you. Relax the tongue, relax the face, the jaw. The ankles and the legs naturally fall away from one another. Allow everything to let go, allow everything to sink heavily into the mat.